Good afternoon. Welcome to the Broadening Participation Research Training Certificate Fellowship Informational Session. My name is Dr. Adrienne Neely. I'm a research associate here at the STEM US Undergraduate Research Center located at Morehouse College. Today's webinar, we're going to hit 4 points. First, we want to talk about our center and give you a little background information about it. Then we want to talk about this opportunity that we have, which is the Broadening Participation Training Research Certificate Program. Then we want to discuss the application process and some qualifications if you so desire to apply. And then we'll have an opportunity for a Q&A. But I also encourage you to put any questions that you may have in the Q&A chat box. I have our graduate research assistant, Manisha Maria, here, and she will help to monitor and answer any questions that you may have. So again, thank you all for joining us. Really briefly, I want to tell you a little bit about our center. We are the HBCU Undergraduate Success Research Center, otherwise known as STEM US. We are funded by the National Science Foundation to really study STEM participation among HBCU students and to really explore and examine and tell the stories of why HBCUs are so much more successful in producing STEM graduates. We are in partnership, our center, with two other colleges and universities, one being Spelman College, our neighbor next door, and the other is Virginia State University. One of our goals is to partner with 50 different HBCUs across the nation. Right now, we're well over 30, and we're on our way to hitting our target goal. To give you an idea about some of our research programs, and I do hope that you all had the opportunity to explore our website. We have several programs that are coming out of each of our different institutions. And so here at Morehouse, we have an intervention, excuse me, called Scientific Literacy, which is a course that we teach to incoming freshman students who are in STEM. And this course is designed with several interventions, including growth mindset, how to project manage and manage your time, several interventions. There's also a research simulation case study that students go through. And it's really focused on giving them the skills and strategies that they need to be successful in STEM and continue out throughout their STEM majors until they graduate. At Virginia State, it is ran by Dr. Cheryl Talley, and she has a project called Project Knowledge that is primarily in the K-12 space. Next door to us again, we have Dr. Danielle Dickens, who is at Spelman College, who focuses on intersectionality research, and she has a faculty fellows program that she runs there. And then lastly, we also have another program here at Morehouse, which is called Peer, and it's about promoting and educating emerging researchers, um, which is geared towards undergraduate and graduate students here at Morehouse. And so our next center activity is really about broadening participation research. Dr. Lycurgus Muldrow, who is our innovator and was the conceptualizer of this research center, is normally here on this call to really talk about what broadening participation research is. But what it is a phrase coined by the National Science Foundation, which simply says that, we need more African American students, more Black students in the STEM career and fields. And so there are strategies, interventions designed to really promote, enhance, and ensure that we have a space for Black students in STEM. So we want to examine those factors that really hinder STEM participation and really aim to create these more inclusive environments for underrepresented minorities in STEM. So now we're moving to the Broadening Participation Research Training Certificate. And so this is a program that is primarily designed to support our STEM doctoral students as well as our social science students. And so the crux of this program and the largest deliverable is that you will participate in a program that will support you in developing a broadening participation research agenda that you will then execute, collect data, analyze, and disseminate your results. This came about because we had a former program, scientific literacy peer students, that came in and they did some of the similar activities. And we realized from that program that we did have a lot of STEM students come in. They wanted the training on how to even analyze data, how to apply theoretical concepts and frames, how to write up the data and how to disseminate. And I'm happy to say at this point, actually, I just submitted a manuscript last week that included some of those doctoral students from that particular program. So we have three manuscripts right now that have been submitted to journals that are under review as a result of that program. So this program is really was birthed out of that one. And so here we decided to create these mini research teams with STEM students, a social science or behavioral doctoral student, and then center it around the undergraduate peer STEM student, which is also a member of that particular team. We come and support this conceptual framework from three areas where will give you structured mentorship, STEM professional development, and then opportunities for you to network in the academic and scientific arenas. So when we talk about the professional development and support, we will provide you with different types of webinars that really teach you what STEM education and research is about, to really get to the stories of the undergraduate students and how they think and look at their Black STEM epistemologies and apply theoretical foundations. So we give you support in those particular areas. When it comes to scientific and social networking, there are definitely opportunities. One of the first things that we will do for those who are successful in the application process is that we will bring you all to Morehouse College in January for a research orientation kickoff, where you'll be able to network with your mentors, with folks that work in the center, as well as other professors and folks in the STEM arena. Then there's opportunities for you to submit abstracts to different conferences and then go and present. But there's also another funded opportunity that you will have to come in the fall of next year, around August, September, to actually present a research agenda that you've crafted with your team. And so we'll bring you to the STEM Us annual conference. And I think we are in our fifth year of doing this conference. And it's really something that is wonderful. You have researchers from all over the nation really giving you the support and the strategies that you need to be successful in STEM. It is an awesome opportunity. Again, you will receive support and structured mentorship from some award-winning scientists across our nation. So you have from different universities, and we strategically went after the social scientists to really support you in developing those broadening participation research agendas. And so here you just have an idea of those who are going to be leading and supporting you in terms of the mentorship that you will receive as a participant in the program. And so the whole purpose of this structured mentorship model is, of course, to build your motivation in conducting STEM research. We want you to attend these workshops on research methods and epistemologies, The mentors will also be some of those presenters. We want you to seek guidance from your mentors that will support you. Of course, tap not only into our networks, but we want you to tap into their STEM and social science networks and really gain experience in developing manuscripts, presenting papers, and attending professional development opportunities and conferences alike. So, what are some of the benefits of participating in this program? First off, it is a paid research fellowship. So, there is a monthly stipend that is attached that you will receive. It's remote. You do not have to be at Morehouse College. And so it is virtual, but we will bring you in for those opportunities to travel and disseminate your research. At the end, you will receive a certificate in broadening participation research sponsored by our center that you can add to your CV that will really enhance it. You will have access to different types of networks. You'll be able to apply scientific theoretical frameworks. And then, most importantly, we're going to talk to you and teach you about how to center equity in your research methods. So, again, when I said you have the research teams, we're going to center equity in all of that in terms of the experiences of the undergraduate STEM students. You'll be able to say that you have cross collaborative research skills because you'll be able to do this research with different students and people from across the nation and at different schools. We will pay for travel and for your presentation at conferences. You will increase your academic writing skills. We have some wonderful consultants that come in and do support in that area. And then at the end, you will have a research agenda and broadening participation research that you will have developed and will be able to execute. And again, we will fund your research execution when it's time for you to do that. So, what is the ideal candidate for this particular program? First, we want you to be a STEM or a social science doctoral student. We want you to at least be in your third year. And we say third year, we know it's different across disciplines, but realistically, what we're looking for is for you to be finished with your coursework. So you may either be a candidate or you may be someone who has finished your coursework and maybe working on your prospectus. We want you to be a full-time student as well as you have to be a U.S. citizen. For the undergraduate students, we need them to attend the HBCU and be a STEM major, full-time and a U.S. citizen. And we really want to target a few HBCUs. And so that would be Clark Atlanta, FAMU, Howard University, Jackson State, Morgan State, North Carolina A&T. These are just target schools, so that doesn't mean that you have to attend these schools, but these are some schools that we're looking to partner, and we know that they have the social science as well as the STEM programs. And lastly, we want you to have at least a 3.0 GPA. So there are four parts to the application. First, there's a application link, and some folks have already completed that application. I appreciate you. It's a Qualtrics link. There, within that application, there are two open constructed responses. We really want you to describe how your background has influenced your academic career path. And then we want to know why you're interested in this fellowship and how it might support your research goals. And so, just to give you an idea, we wanted this application to really be something that is very that is easy for you to digest and submit because we want to really focus on your letter of recommendation that we want from your advisor or someone who is aware of your career work at your institution. And then we're going to have candidate interviews. So the last part is interview, which will be scheduled from November 4th through the 13th. So to access the application, you could go on our website at stemuscenter.org. There's a pop-up window. You can go straight to the BPRTC site. There is a link there, and we just ask that you submit it the sooner the better because it does close on October 28th at midnight. So be sure to get your applications in by that time. And so now, at this point, I want to open it up to anyone who may have questions, and I can go to the Q&A um, and address those. Okay, so two were answered already.
We have a question asking whether an international doctoral candidate who attends HBCU FAMU apply for the program.
So you have to be a U.S. citizen to apply.
Okay. Um, a second question is what would our time obligations be for the research and activities? How would we report our activities? Great question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And so when we talk about time commitment, of course, it's always an individual. It's up to the individual how much you're willing to put in, as well as it's based on what you will receive. But on average, I would expect between at least about at least 5 hours per week. And that may include readings and just participating in the webinars. This is a part-time um, fellowship. Are there any other questions?
Another question is asking, are you looking for students that will be in their third year by next year or currently in their third year?
You could be in your third year currently, but this is really based on your coursework. So we're looking for students who have completed their coursework more than anything. So if you are a third year student and you've completed your coursework, we welcome and encourage you to apply. If you are looking to finish your coursework this semester, then we will also welcome you to apply. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email us. You can email me at adrian.neely@morehouse.edu, as well as manisha.boria@morehouse.edu. And we're happy to answer any questions that you may have. Again, thank you for joining us. And if you need to listen to this presentation again, we will be posting this soon on our website. All right. Thank you for joining
Um,
us. Oh, we have another one?
we have a couple more questions
Oh,
that just came
okay.
in. Would we be collaborating with fellows on papers to describe increasing engagement? I love this question. Um, Dr. Neely, did you want to respond or?
So you will be collaborating with on a team of at least three other students, and it's really based on what you all decide as a team, what you want to research. And in essence, that would be something really great to actually write on. But at the end, so in September, you will come away with the research agenda that you will present at our STEM Us um, fellowship. And whatever that agenda is, you will execute it the following year. And we will support you in that execution with funding to support you to do that. Funding for your participants, whoever you are studying, will also have the opportunity to work with you. And so whatever comes from that, you all will participate together and write on that for submissions.
Thank you. I believe those were, oh, I'm sorry. We have another question. Would undergrads be able to join us as a part of our local university system to help us implement our increasing STEM engagement plans?
Absolutely. So the goal of this is to focus on undergraduates in STEM. And so part of your, as we move through it, you will learn part of your research agendas will focus on their experiences. And so we want you to recruit them into whatever research agenda that you have. We will also have peer students that will be a part of your research team that will offer their experiences as well. And those undergraduate students that are a part of peer will actually do a lot of the research and background for you. We're going to bring them to the university, to Morehouse College over the summer and give them a 3-week intensive training period. We'll teach them how to construct and literature reviews and how to do all of that to really support the team. When you have your research participants, they will be undergraduate students. And so we will support and give them a participation stipend for whatever research you lay out and how you work with them, because the goal is to center their experiences.
Okay, we'll take a couple more questions. A last question that I see is, are freshmen able to apply? Um, I believe it's third year doctoral students, either third year currently or starting third year next year, right, Dr. Neely?
Yes. So again, I think I kind of answered that question. So third year currently, you can apply. The goal is that you have finished your coursework. So if you're looking to have your coursework finished this semester, again, we welcome you to apply. And then I believe there was a question about freshman students in the peer program. Ideally, we're looking to have at least a sophomore apply because we want them to be at least immersed in the HBCU culture for 1 year so they can definitely contribute to the research in meaningful ways.
Very last question. Would the stipend be based on the time committed?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Okay, I think those were all the questions. So, mm,
Okay. Again, I am available via email. Please reach out if you have any questions and be sure to get your applications in as soon as possible. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.